The wait is over. Today is the day when we reveal the names of the men and women who are going to take part in the 2021 Red Bull X-Alps. Hello and welcome wherever you are. My name is Tarquin Cooper, and in a moment I shall be talking to Ulrich Grill. He is the co-founder of this great race. He's the organizer-in-chief. And he's going to tell us a little bit about the applications and the athletes who are going to be taking part, a little bit of the background, and that's in a moment. So what have we got in store for you today? Well, today we are talking about the athletes who are going to be taking part in the world's toughest adventure race. But we're not going to just release them all in one go. No, that would be far too easy. We're going to be releasing them in 1 hour's time, so at midday local time in Central European time, midday 12 o'clock, we will start releasing the names of the athletes in groups throughout the afternoon. Every hour we'll be releasing a new batch of names. And then stay tuned, because at 6 o'clock, I shall be going live again and talking about the lineup and giving you the lowdown on the names, the new athletes taking part, and also we've got a couple of special guest appearances. We have two athletes taking part for the first time who shall be talking to me. So that will be really interesting. That's at 6 o'clock Central European time. So yeah, what a lineup it is. I mean, it's going to be incredible. We've got more French athletes than ever before. We have more Swiss athletes than ever before. We've got more female athletes than ever before. So it's a really interesting dynamic. We're seeing the return of some veteran athletes who we haven't seen in a while. We're seeing a couple of countries who we haven't seen in a while competing for the first time. If you haven't already seen, we've been dropping lots of hints on social media all this week. So you can have a look if you like. And also got 13 rookies who will be taking part for the first time. So here to tell us more about the whole process is the co-founder of this race. So about the Red Bull X-Alps, put it as a question and I shall put it to Ulrich. We're just waiting for him to come on. Let's see if he's there. There he is. Ulrich, good morning.
Good morning, Tarquin. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So, Ulrich, this is the 10th edition of the race. It must be a pretty special feeling for you as the organizer.
Definitely. When we think back, like when we started in 2003, would we have thought like that the race is still up and running and like, you know, it has this magnitude in 2020, 2021? I guess not. You know, it was just like the dream of, you know, Hannes, of doing this race, and together eventually we, you know, created it, evolved it, and it has become like the world's biggest adventure race. So very excited to be here, very excited about the process, about what we've been doing the last few weeks, and so very excited about the day. But I have to be careful of not, you know, giving too many hints already.
Yeah, so without releasing any names or giving away any secrets, what can you tell us about the applications? Are there any surprises?
I mean, there's always like, you know, some new names coming in. Of course, we know, you know, like all our Red Bull X-Alps participants that we had in the past 18 years. But there's some fresh new names, very interesting ones. And when we look back, you know, in the history of X-Alps, a lot of the newcomers, a lot of the new rookies were the ones who were breathing down the neck of the leaders. So it will be exciting here as well to maybe have some, you know, potential hippos, like high potentials, in next year's race.
So do you think Kriegel should be worried?
He should always be worried, always. But you know, again, like he's always hard to beat. But it will be very interesting to see what kind of strategies everyone has up their sleeves, and what they're going to go for. So it will be extremely exciting.
Now, this race has always been won by the Swiss. Are there any countries that are looking particularly strong this year?
As an Austrian, I have to say, of course, the Austrians, are right up there. But of course, the French, they have been proved to be, extremely good at the race. So there's a lot of names out there who can, who Kriegel could fear. The Italians, and you never know, who's out there in terms of like the rookies. Who we completely underestimate and who come to, like as a shooting stars. So it will just be very exciting. What we see, from this year again is like that the lineup of athletes has never been as strong as this year, which is really, really exciting.
That's amazing. And tell us a little bit about. Can you give any reveal, anything that came up in the applications?
Not really. I mean, you already gave like a few hints. Like we have 3 females in there, which will be very exciting. So we have a little bit of a race in between, like the overall race. I think that's going to be super cool. But there's. I mean, I don't want to reveal anything else. Was
it very difficult? Does it get very difficult to make the selection? There must be some athletes who you are not able to select.
For sure, like there have been some tough decisions, and like whoever send in his application, it's very tricky to look into like what are the achievements, what are their possibilities, how good are they in flying, endurance, and it's not an easy job, especially for Christopher as well, who's doing all the research, and together we eventually put together the lineup. So I think there were some tough decisions, let's put it this way. But
I'm sure.
But we always have to make sure we open up the race in a way that we have also new talent coming in, because otherwise it's going to be always stay the same kind of like a list of athletes. So we have to be open in one place, but also like respect the amazing achievements athletes have put into the Red Bull X-Alps so far as well. So.
Great stuff.
But some good ones. But overall, I think we're very happy with it.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure all the fans can't wait to see who you've selected. That happens, just a reminder, at midday. So, Ulrich, thank you very much, and keep up the good work. I think on behalf of all the supporters and the athletes, you make this race happen more than anyone else. Oh, well, one last question. Of course, COVID has dominated all our lives this year. Has it affected the race in any way?
I mean, like the race is next year, of course. And we have like a nice and a very strict program, which we're just setting up, and which we, of course, like have to adopt, as we learn more about COVID as well. Eventually, the athletes and the teams are by themselves, in the mountains. So I think we are, I would say, a very COVID-safe race. But we will have some precautions, some activities where we have to make sure it's a safe race for everyone, for the spectators, for the teams, for the organization. So all of that is being set in place, but it's still a while until the race is actually happening. So we're very excited, but this is one of the big announcements today now. And here, now we have in our site, we have the race, the 20th of June. So it's coming.
The start gun has fired. The start gun has fired on the 2021 race. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Ulrich. We're going to say goodbye now.
And thanks to all the applicants, to all the congratulations to all the athletes who have been selected. Congratulations, but also like to the other ones who we could not select this time. Don't give up, keep it there. There's a 23, there's a 25, and a 27 race. So things and beyond, of course. So we're looking, into the future of Red Bull X-Alps for many, many years and editions to come. So stay with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ulrich. So just a reminder, if you've only just tuned in, we are releasing the names of the men and women who are going to take part in the 2021 Red Bull X-Alps in just under an hour. And we're going to be doing that all afternoon. So stay tuned. I'll be back again at 6 p.m. Going live, talking about all the athletes, and I'll be talking also with two rookies taking part for the first time. And if you're wondering if you need to sort of feed the rat in between the announcements, head over to the news section of the website. I did an interview with the race director, Christoph Weber, a little while ago, in which he talks about the athlete process, the applications process, what he looks for, whether it's results or expeditions that you've done, and just demystifies a little bit about how athletes are selected. So if you're interested, take a look at that little bit of behind the scenes, how we select athletes. So have a great day, and I'll see you a bit later. Thank you.